Hey guys, welcome back to Down the Stretch. Today I'm going to be looking at the Preakness for 2025. There won't be any Triple Crown winners this year because the Kentucky Derby winner Sovereignty is out of the Preakness, so we are left with a field of 9. And starting off with number 1, Goal Oriented. This is a horse trained by Bob Baffert, ridden by Flavian Pratt, undefeated in 2 starts, but having a big step up in class here against a stakes company. And stretching out to 9.5 furlongs. Let's have a look at Goal Oriented winning on debut.
And they're off. Train the Trainer is very quick, as is Pacific Quest. Those two match strides through the early stages. Here's Sierra Silver coming through quickly along the inside to take third. Then it's Varney fourth, about 5 lengths off the leaders. Down at the rail, Concord Bridge, Day and Age is second to last, and the favorite Goal Oriented is last. He's starting to pick it up a bit now, and he's guided to the outside. They move into the far turn. It's Sierra Silver in front, a half length, pressed by Train the Trainer in second. Concord Bridge right there in third. Then comes Varney moving up on the outside to take that third spot, and Goal Oriented is underway fifth, has 5 to make up. Big gap to Pacific Quest and Day and Age. Oriented just kicked it in to another gear. Goal Oriented will cruise on by the top pair. A good looking performance from Goal Oriented. Goal Oriented strides out to score by 3.5, and he wants to keep on going. Train the Trainer second, Sierra Silver third.
Now let's have a look at the 3 horses who ran in the Kentucky Derby. The number 2, the 85 Morning Line favorite Journalism, Son of Curlin, trained by Michael McCarthy, and will be ridden by Umberto Raspoli. The 3, American Promise, son of Triple Crown winner Justified, 15-1 Morning Line, trained by D. Wayne Lucas and will be ridden by Nick Juarez. And the 7, Sandman, the son of Tapit, 4-1 Morning Line, trained by Mark Cassie and will be ridden by Hall of Famer John Velasquez. Let's have a look at the Kentucky Derby.
They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. Journalism is in a little bit of traffic early on here, but he came out of the gate okay. Citizen Bull and Neo Equos, as expected, to the front, but they've come well off the rail. And these two are setting the pace with Owen Almighty to the outside. East Avenue is away running in fourth. American Promise is fifth and down on the inside. Then Admire Daytona. Burnham Square is closer today. He's down on the rail, only about 5 lengths off the lead. Then Chunk of Gold. Journalism is saving ground into that turn. He's in the middle of the pack as Cold Battle goes up on the far outside with Render Judgment and Flying Mohawk. Then comes Publisher Baeza to the outside. Down toward the rail, Japan's Luxor Cafe leads Sovereignty. Tistastic and Sandman are next. And Final Gambit is the trailer as they race past this half mile in 46.23 seconds. So the pace is honest enough, set by the Baffert runners, Citizen Bull, and Neo Equos is pressing it on the outside. American Promise together with Owen Almighty, third and fourth. Break of another 2.5 to East Avenue in fifth. Burnham Square is sixth on the inside. Brian Hernandez has him down on the rail like he did with Mystic Dan last year. They're about 6 lengths off the lead as they race for the far turn. Citizen Bull on the inside. Neo Equos on the outside. These two right together on the lead. American Promise comes under pressure. Owen Almighty is fourth by 2.5. Chunk of Gold. Journalism and Baeza were next. Final Gambit was fourth.
Next up, let's have a look at the 4, Heart of Honor. This is a horse that was bred in Great Britain but raced in Dubai. 12-1 Morning Line. This is the son of Honor AP, trained by Jamie Osborne and will be ridden by Safi Osborne. This horse was second in the UAE 2000 Guineas and the UAE Derby. Now let's have a look at Heart of Honor in the UAE Derby.
Set to run.
Next up, we have number 5, Pay Billy, son of Improbable, 20-1 Morning Line, trained by Michael Gorham, will be ridden by Raul Mena. Let's have a look at this Pay Billy last start at Laurel.
2-1, Pay Billy. And they're off into Federico Tessio. Beat slow to begin there was Kentucky Outlaw. Right wing runner showing early foot. Surfside Moon from the rail and bold diversion. The Grays right up there with speed into the turn. Run Sacred Thunder. Ooh, almost went down there. Had to steady and bobbled into the first turn. Run Sacred Thunder had trouble. Pay Billy in the meantime had clear sailing into fourth. Now Sacred Thunder has recovered to race in fifth in between horses as they round that turn. On the inside is Arcadian losing a spot or two. And here's Just a Fair Shake within 5 of the lead, out in the clear. Kentucky Outlaw will have to come from out of it today, is 7 lengths from Right Wing Runner, who continues on a conservative lead. About 5.5 furlongs left to go on. And next is Studley Do Right back of the pack, and Happily Delusional trailing the field. Pretty even pace out there for Right Wing Runner. Right Wing Runner half length in front from Bold Diversion. Pay Billy is third and keeping up on the outside. Surfside Moon is next in fourth. Just a Fair Shake fifth. Sacred Thunder is next. Arcadian on the inside. A Kentucky Outlaw is about 3 wide past the half-mile pole. And now a challenge for Right Wing Runner as Bold Diversion on the outside puts ahead in front, and Pay Billy kicking into action. Here's Pay Billy. Pay Billy 3 wide. Just a Fair Shake moving strongly on the outside, and Kentucky Outlaw broke a beat slow is coming ridden along there fourth, almost third on the outside. Top of the stretch, it's a wide open Federico Tessio. Just a Fair Shake just in front. Just a Fair Shake turns in. Pay Billy is battling every step of the way. 3 back at it. Side Moon third. Kentucky Outlaw flattened out a bit in fourth as they come to the final furlong, and Bold Diversion is fifth. Pay Billy and Just a Fair Shake, they're nose to nose to the final furlong. Extreme Outside trying to pick up a share is Happily Delusional, but Pay Billy's in front with a 16th to go. Pay Billy, Just a Fair Shake, Surfside Moon, late run Happily Delusional, Pay Billy.
Up next, we have the number 6, River Thames, 92 Morning Line, the son of McLean's Music, trained by Todd Fletcher and will be ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr. Let's have a look at River Thames at Keeneland.
And they're off in the Toyota Bluegrass. Coming into the final furlong, Owen Almighty challenging East Avenue. River Tim seeks to join them. Admiral Dennis runs late toward the rail. Burnham Square from the outside. They've got to get East Avenue. He's got the lead in deep stretch. He leads a length and a half. River Tim's is still trying. Burnham Square unleashing a final try down to the wire. Burnham Square gets there. A last to first run in the Toyota Bluegrass under Brian Hernandez Jr.
Next up is the 8, Clever Again, 5-1 Morning Line. Another son of a Triple Crown winner. This one is out of American Pharaoh, trained by Steve Asmussen and will be ridden by Jose Ortiz. Let's have a look at Clever Again in his front-running performance at Oakland.
And they're off in the Hot Springs Stakes. The big long shot, Bout Tree Fitty, away slowly. Clever Again, right to the lead from the word go, gets in a good gallop, gaming the big favorite on the outside, moving up. In fact, the top 2 choices in the wagering, they actually both went off at even money, so they go into the turn. Clever Again, a length and a half clear of gaming. The 2 favorites, 1-2. Clever Again with his own way on the lead today. On the inside, Ola Joey, inside of gaming. He's now taking back the third here. Length and a half to Perfect Force. Max got excited, and they're 5 or 6 clear of Bout Tree Fitty, the slow starter out of the gate. They're down the back stretch here. Clever Again with the ears pricked. Leads a length from gaming, showing a little more rain to get after. Clever Again down the back stretch run here. On the inside, Ola Joey is third. 2 lengths off the pace. A length and a half to Perfect Force. Another 3 back to Max got excited, and Bout Tree Fitty has been outrun as they approach the 4-turn run. Clever Again into the turn, still a length in front. John Velasquez asking more from gaming, and Clever Again appears to be going better than gaming at this point. Clever Again rounding the turn, opening up 2 lengths. Now it's 2.5, and gaming, he's in trouble. He's dropping back. Perfect Force taking the second position under a hard ride. Clever Again, he's clearly the one to beat. Looks like Jose Ortiz thinks this horse has plenty of energy for the stretch run as he turns for home, asks him to turn on the afterburners, and he opens up 2.5. Gaming reclaiming second from Perfect Force, but Clever Again, a very exciting prospect in the 3-year-old division in the Winchell Thoroughbred colors. What a great weekend for Jose Ortiz, and it is Clever Again to romp in the Hot Springs. Gaming second best, Perfect Force was third, and Max Got Excited was fourth.
And last but not least, Gosger, This is the son of Nyquist, 20-1 morning line, trained by Brendan Walsh and will be ridden by Louise Saez. Let's have a look at Gosker winning at Keeneland.
And they're off in the Stone Street, Lexington. There goes Preeter and there goes Bracket Buster. These two come to the front in the opening strides. Hypnus is away running in 0.73 seconds. Bracket Buster shows the way. Bracket Buster is on top by a length. Preeter second, 3/4 of a length. Hypnus third on the outside. Gosker is fourth back toward the inside. Hard as life against the rail, fifth by a head. And Bullard alongside of that one is next to last. Break of 3.5 more back to Native Runner, who continues to trail. 47.62 seconds the time for the first half mile. Bracket Buster, the leader to the far turn, 3/4 of a length. Preeter, second, 3/4 of a length. Hypnus, third up on the far outside. Here's Preeter now trying to draw alongside of Bracket Buster. Hypnus third. Gosker is still fourth toward the inside. Bullard is fifth. They're at the quarter pole, still 6 lengths off the lead as they move off the far turn to the top of the short stretch. Here's Preeter right alongside of Bracket Buster. Then Gosker and Hypnus. Bullard has to go wide. Still 8 from the front. Preeter has the lead. Here's Gosker to the outside. Bracket Buster back toward the inside, and then Hypnus and Bullard still far back, and Gosker's got the lead in the final furlong of the Stone Street Lexington. Gosker and Irad Ortiz Jr. to win it. It was Bracket Buster who was home second, followed across the line by Preeter in 1 minute 44.15 seconds.
Okay, so very interesting and competitive looking 2025 Preakness. I'm going to boil it down to 4 horses. They're going to be the 2, Journalism, the 4, Heart of Honor, the 7, Sandman, and the 8, Clever Again. Journalism was the big favorite for the Kentucky Derby. Finished second in the slop. Comes back here now, going half a furlong shorter. Shouldn't be a problem to Journalism. And in this small field, likes to sit off the pace. And in a 9-horse field, Journalism definitely looks like the horse they're going to have to beat. The 4, Heart of Honor, bred in Great Britain. This horse has been racing in Dubai, so making the trip here to run in the Preakness. So that says they have high hopes for this Heart of Honor. Should enjoy the surface here. Has been running on dirt in his career. Is a very, very sustained running horse. This horse comes to his run and doesn't quit. He keeps fighting to the finish. Morning line says 12-1. I'm giving this Heart of Honor a good shot if he is not bothered by the travel. And the next up we have the 7, the horse I think I like in the race, Sandman, 4-1 morning line. In the Derby, had no luck, was way off the pace in the slop, had to be running wide, so faced a lot of kickback, and the rider had him wide trying to avoid much of the kickback. Was coming with a run around the turn, but it petered out in the stretch, ended up finishing 7th. This time around in a much smaller field, only 9 horses this time around, and if no rain, I think Sandman will be the horse that will be finishing the fastest up the lane. And the 8, Clever Again, the horse that represents the speed in the event, and if they allow this Clever Again to get to that lead and dictate terms, because the only horse I really see in the race that might be able to try to challenge early might be American Promise. So if American Promise is going to try to go after him and they run themselves into the ground, it's definitely going to set up for the stretch runners. But if no one decides to really put the pressure on this Clever Again, I'm expecting this Clever Again to be fighting it out at the finish. So those are my 4 horses that I like in the Preakness. But if I was going to gamble in it, I'd probably take a chance on Sandman. I just think that the Kentucky Derby runs so many horses, a field of 19, a sloppy track, behind horses getting mud kicked in his face, didn't enjoy the kickback at all. I think we're going to get a much better run here from Sandman. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and as always, stay safe.